Redo You, the podcast that teaches you tools and strategies so you can build the confidence to rediscover and reinvent yourself. With me, Emma Hull, your favorite life coach. Each week, I'll introduce a concept that you can implement right away so you can live your most authentic life. Let's get started. Hello, beautiful souls. I hope you are having an amazing week. Today on the Redo You podcast, I'm talking about the importance of doing things solo, getting out there and doing things on your own. As you know, I do most things on my own. I realized after many years that I actually prefer doing things on my own. But I know that many of you don't, and it's something that you might struggle with. And you might also be wondering, well, why should I? What's the value in doing things on my own? So that's what we're going to be exploring today. Really, it's all about confidence. I mean, that's what I teach, right? I am a confidence coach teaching you the confidence to move forward from whatever crossroads you're at and to embrace your life, do the things that you want to do without guilt. And when you do things on your own, it's a whole different mental process than when you're doing things with other people. You are responsible for planning what you're going to do. You're responsible for motivating yourself to actually get out there and do it. And you're responsible for the mindset work that comes up along the path, whatever it is you're doing. I think back to a couple of years ago when I drove to Tuktoyaktuk on my own, and it was the summer, there were wildfires, and I had my trip planned out, and then the road was closed between Dawson City and it was Eagle Plains that the fire was at. It doesn't matter. The details don't matter. Anyway, so I was stopped in Tombstone National Park, and I had to figure out, what am I going to do? I have deadlines. I've got to be back back home in a certain couple of weeks. And so thinking about, do I turn around and abandon my trip to Tuktoyaktuk? How do I find out more information about the fires? I'm really working through all those processes on my own. Similarly, when I was hiking in Glacier National Park last weekend and was on a really challenging trail, there was no one else to blame. I couldn't have an argument with my partner saying, you've brought me out here on this trail that's too hard. I brought me out here on this trail. I was responsible for being there. And there was also no one, as much as there was no one to blame, there was no one else there to encourage me to say, come on, Emma, you can do this. It's okay. I got to do all of those things for myself. And it is so empowering when you put yourself in that position where there's no one else to blame. There's no one else there. You are there for you. I've said this before and I'll say it again. The only person that is going to be there for you every single day is you. And so cultivating that relationship with yourself, deliberately going out and doing things on your own, will strengthen and empower you. I think about one of my life coaching clients, Wendy. She came to me, she really struggled with her confidence. She didn't even like going outside and tending to her garden because she worried about what her neighbors would be thinking about her. And one of her homework assignments was to go out for lunch on her own. And she went out to her favorite pho restaurant, took a book. And it took her a while to build up the confidence to do it. But after she did, she realized no one was looking at her. And she really enjoyed the experience of going out for lunch on her own. And ultimately, she ended up joining a local theater company and performing on stage. So you see how these incremental steps that you take towards doing things on your own is going to build up that confidence to do whatever the big thing is you want to do. Another one of my clients at the moment, I've given her homework that each week she gets to do one thing on her own. So she's extremely social, loves spending time with her circle, which is wonderful. And also, it's good for her to do things on her own. So the other day she played 3 holes of golf on her own, and then some friends were playing, so she joined their 4. When you choose to do things on your own, it's going to build your confidence. It's going to empower you. It's going to give you that mental fortitude of working things through. Whatever it is, however big or small it is, whether it's hiking through a national park on your own or going out for lunch on your own, think of one thing in the next week that you can do on your own that you wouldn't normally do on your own. Maybe it's going to the cinema. Pick something, commit to doing it, pick a date, drop me a note, drop in the comments, make that public declaration that you're going to do this thing. Go do it, enjoy it, and then celebrate your awesomeness. I'm so proud of you. You can do this. Enjoy solo time and expanding your comfort zone and your confidence.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Redo You podcast. Remember to subscribe, rate, and review, and tell a friend, because together we rise even higher. See you next Friday.